好啊，嗱，咁咧，大家今日咧就我哋咧會講解呢個功課。Today what I'm going to talk about the first piece of homework, a B2 reading. Okay, so let's look at this piece of reading. It's about over tourism, confronting over tourism. That means we have to cope with the negative impacts of over tourism. Okay, so as the global tourism industry grows, the problem of overcrowding in popular tourist spots has become a point of serious concern. Okay, that means overcrowding, in some tourist areas have become a problem. Okay, and although tourism provides economic injections, that means brings money to the local community. Okay, cultural exchange. However, the harmful effects, harmful effects on citizens, and natural environment is not very good, So here is the introduction highlighting the advantages and disadvantages of over tourism, And then paragraph 2, in many of the world's most popular destinations, the number of tourists drops the local population. Now here, this word means 小炒, the crowds, but here means there are more tourists than local people, And then here are some examples: Barcelona, Bali, Venice, And then here, it talks about the impact of negative impact of over tourism on the local community. First of all, disrupt normal order. That means disrupt the daily life of people. Public infrastructure, such as train, buses, and services, are struggling to cope with tourists. And transport networks, are slowed down, are jammed. And then attraction places are strained beyond capacity. That means public places, transports, and attractions are crowded with tourists, and local people are suffering. And then here is also another disadvantage of over tourism. So it's increase in the cost of living, So housing costs. So another disadvantage is the increase in the cost of living. 生活成本上升啦，其中一個就係房屋成本上升啦。And then apart from the housing cost, the cost of necessities, such as groceries and clothing, are also increasing. And then even local butcher shops selling meat are also selling more expensive meat. 無論日用品啊 necessities and daily food, 甚至日常食品都貴咗啦。And then here, this is the concluding sentence. The world's greatest cities are no longer serving the needs of their own citizens. This is the most important, one of the most important sentences of this paragraph. The world's greatest cities are no longer serving the needs of their own citizens. 即係話我哋大都市，例如香港，其實唔係服務啲嘅。Furthermore, the global tourist boom is taking a devastating toll on the world's cultural and natural treasures. That means it's damaging cultural and natural treasures, natural environment. And then example, pyramids in Egypt, are damaged. 金字塔 Angkor Wat in Cambodia, 吳哥窟 Machu Picchu in Peru, 秘魯嘅旅遊點啦。And then also damage natural environments here. And one need only look at the Galapagos Islands at Ecuador, Fragile ecosystem. The writer particularly uses this word, fragile, very weak, easy to be damaged, Very weak ecosystem being disturbed by tourists, and then Mount Everest. Mount Everest 即係珠穆朗瑪峰啦，has become a bottleneck of attracting tourists. There's so many tourists going to the Mount Everest that tourists have to line up before they climb to the top of the mountain, even in a harsh condition. So the vast number of tourists have destroyed the natural environment. Okay, so they leave behind rubbish. Okay, 佢哋留下好多垃圾啦。Okay, and then here, this paragraph explains why over-tourism happens. Key factors. Okay, what is the most important key factor? Global middle class China. Okay, 中國嘅中產啊，啲中國人全世界周圍去啦。Chinese middle class travel around the world. Okay, and then here another reason: cheaper travel options also play their part. Okay, that means there are many more cheap travel packages, which allow people to travel to different places around the world. And then budget airlines. Okay, so it also reduces the cost of traveling. Okay, and then Airbnb. Okay, it reduces the cost of accommodation, hotel. Okay, so next, addressing the problem of over-tourism will require a multi-pronged approach. A multi-pronged approach means 多方面嘅方法. That means an approach that has different aspects that addresses different parts of the problems. Okay, so here. Okay, mostly, especially stricter rules and restrictions. Okay, we impose stricter rules and restrictions. Okay, and effective regulation. Okay, can take different forms. Okay, regulation. Government may choose to cap the annual number. That means the government allows a certain number of tourists to go to the city. This will make it easier to manage a tourist destination or a city. Okay, and then in Paris, okay, the city has to prohibit tour buses from going to the city core, the city center. Okay, so these are the solutions suggested by the governments around the world. Okay, and here, cities can further address overcrowding challenges by expanding their list of attractions. Okay, more places for people to go. So one single attraction will have fewer tourists. And then here, tourists themselves can also mitigate the problem. Mitigate, that means reduce the problem, mitigate the problem, okay, by traveling to lesser known destinations. Okay, and then this is the conclusion. Although the problem of overcrowding is becoming severe, it does not have to spell the end of the tourism industry. However, as the middle class continues to grow and the number of global tourists continues to swell. Now, swell means increase. Measures must be taken to ensure that the industry remains sustainable in the future. That means the reasons why governments across the world limit the number of tourists and to reduce the impact of tourism is that they want to make tourism sustainable. Okay, you imagine, okay, if the natural environment is destroyed, people will no longer go there, then the tourism will go into decline. That's why the governments across the world have to carry out measures to protect different tourist sites. Okay, so I will we are going to go through the first 5 or 6 questions, okay? Now I will highlight the keywords of the question so as to make it easier for you to answer them, okay? Now, according to paragraph 1, the 2 benefits of a booming tourism industry, okay? Booming means expanding, growing, okay? 成長緊嘅旅遊業, okay? So, here, paragraph 2, question 2, which has a similar meaning to arrival, okay? 到達, okay? And then question 3 also look at paragraph 2. Complete the summary by writing. Now remember here, one word. Okay, it's very clear. Hint. Don't write more than one word in each blank. Okay, let's look at the paragraph. Local populations in many tourist hotspots. Now, local people in many tourist attractions are completely, okay, 完全咁, okay, by tourist populations. And then as tourists go to the cities, but go to has 2 words. So you need to find a word which means going into cities in large numbers. They strain public infrastructure. They put pressure on public infrastructure 去令到公共嘅基礎設施受壓啦。Okay? And overwhelming tourist popular attractions. Okay? 嗱，跟住呢度 here question 4 puts pressure on housing costs. Is the keyword means increase housing costs. Why? Tourism increase housing costs. And then number 5, what is implied in paragraph 3? 暗示咗啦喺 paragraph 3。咁睇下啲 options 啦。Tourism is the sole cause for rising cost of living. Now, sole cause means the only cause. Remember, sole means only. Okay, it's the only cause for the cost of living. Only cause. Is it the only cause? And then groceries are priced differently for locals and tourists. That means they groceries sell goods at a higher price for local people, for tourists, okay, but at a lower price for local people. And then C, souvenir shops are more profitable than produce vendors, okay. That means souvenir shops, okay, make more money, okay? And then locals prefer not to eat at restaurants. They don't like to go to restaurants for some reasons, okay? And then look at paragraph 6, the metaphor. Metaphor, 比喻. The writer uses to describe the large number of hikers on Mount Everest. Now, in paragraph 4, look at paragraph 4, okay? Metaphor, 比喻, okay? And then here, according to paragraph 4, decide whether the following statements are true, false, or not given. Now here, the first sentence, tourism is threatening local species in Ecuador. 第一個佢就話旅遊業去威脅緊厄瓜多爾嘅本地品種 species 即係生物品種嘅 species。2, the writer thinks Mount Everest should be closed to tourists. That means Mount Everest should should not be visited by so many people. Okay, so tourists should never be allowed to go to this place. And then 3, local residents are mainly, underline chiefly. Chiefly means mainly. That this is a key word. That means for beach closures in the Philippines. That means, okay, there are many reasons for the closure of beach in the Philippines, but local residents is the biggest reason, okay? Is this the case? Okay, let's look. I hint at this, okay, for this question. Local residents may not be chiefly responsible for beach closures in the Philippines, okay? 好啦，this one, question 8. Add the fuel to the fire. 嗱，呢個解咩？火上加油，我打埋俾你啦。火上加油啊，記住。火上加油啊！火上加油。嗱呢度。是但你啦。誒，聽到。嗱 A exacerbated the problem 嗱，呢度呢4個字都好難嘅，我簡單先啊。exacerbated 啊 ，exacerbated 即係令到更加嚴重啊，令到更嚴重。ameliorated that means 舒緩啊。你 initiated 啟動 ，OK 開始個問題 ，and then resolved 解決問題 ，OK。And then according to paragraph 5, what change has the global middle class undergone recently？ 即係話全球嘅中產有啲咩改變 ？Undergone changes. That means what changes have happened to the global middle class？ 即係全球中產階級有咩變化？ And then explain how this change has affected global tourism。呢個變化點樣影響到呢個全球嘅旅遊業啦 ？Okay。好 ，Why do you think governments will inevitably face oppositions to the regulation of the tourism industry? Okay, face opposition from the tourism industry. I think this question means that the governments across the world have carried out measures to reduce the impact of overcrowding or over tourism on different places. But of course, the tourism industry will be opposed to this measure. So why? Okay, you have to explain why. Okay, and here, what does this in 936 refer to? 936. Okay, so I highlight this for you. 936. This. Okay. Okay. Now, usually this refers to something happened before. Maybe underline this for you. It's easy for you to find the answer. Okay. Okay. So okay. 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 Next. Here, what is the writer's opinion about regulating the tourism industry？ 嗱，嗰個作者嘅意見關於管制旅遊業。The keyword is regulating opinion. Okay. So does the writer think that it is good to regulate the tourism industry or not? Okay. And then here, give evidence from the text. Give evidence from the text. You have to cite some lines from the passage to support your answer. Okay. So where can you find the answer? Maybe I highlight this for you. Okay, I think you can find the answer from paragraph 7, 8, and especially paragraph 9, okay? From paragraph 8 and 9 to paragraph 9, okay? Okay, next. Such efforts in line 44, okay? Such efforts will line 44. Such efforts here, okay? Okay, such efforts, okay? Here. What does it refer to, such efforts, okay? I think you can look at here. The 3 lines, okay? To paraphrase your answer, these 4 lines, okay? Cities can further address overcrowding challenges by expanding their list of attractions and promoting less popular areas, okay? So, you can find the answer from this sentence, okay? And here, find a word in paragraph 7, which has similar to spread out. Spread out, paragraph 7. Okay, the answer is here, spread out, okay? It's here. Look at this line, okay? It's in line 45. It's in line 45. Okay, so here, complete the summary of paragraph 8 below by choosing the best answer that will complete the missing information. Okay, now here, for example, you investigating, they can try to reduce the impact of tourism by finding some less known, less famous destinations. Okay, so here can help here encourage safer tourism, degrade popular tourist sites, boost the tourism industry, reduce over tourism. Now here, this is the suggestion to reduce the impact of over. Obviously, B and C is not the answer. Okay, so delete it. The only answer, the only answers that are left are option A and option D. Okay, and then visiting lesser known places can overrun sites and cities. Okay, overrun, that means stretch the cities and sites to limit. So here can that means these places have problems. They need the impact to be reduced. So which option means reducing the negative impact? Okay, maybe I delete two options for you. Okay, of course, they do this not to bring more problems to the site. So D obviously is not the answer. Okay, and then cost destruction is not an answer. Okay, so the only option left the only options left are A and B. Okay, here. Okay, I left paragraph this part for you. Okay. Okay, so I think okay lah. So so there are some questions left. So I will provide further explanations. Okay, by giving you some notes. I want to go through a passage for you because I will assign a piece of writing to all of you. Okay. So let's close this file. Okay. So okay. Which one? Okay. Okay. Okay, so here, this is the passage for e-sport, okay? And then I'm going to give you, let's look at the question. You are a member of your school video club. So I will assign you to be a member of different school clubs and have recently organized your school's first e-sport tournament. You are giving a speech at the school's weekly assembly about the experience. Talk about how you got involved in organizing, why you were invited, got involved. Highlights from the experience. That means what you have gained from the experience, some memorable things from this experience and what it has meant to you, the meaning of the event to you, okay? So here, this one, please remember it, okay? Memorize it. When you write a speech, you must salute your audience. You must, read your audience. So these two lines must be remembered, must be memorized, okay? Good morning, principal, teachers, and fellow students. I'm Chris Wong. The esports contest has been successfully completed, and I would like to share my experience in organizing it. So this first paragraph, okay, must be memorized. Okay, let's go to the second paragraph. Esports has grown in popularity in recent years. Now, I think when you describe a competition or a new hobby for you, you can say grown popularity in recent years. Please use this sentence or phrase. Okay? And many competitions or tournaments have been held across the world. This fact shows how popular esports is. And then, however, in Hong Kong, its development is hindered by opposition from schools and parents. And only a few tournaments have been organized. Okay? So that's why, okay, our video club organized an e-sport competition and I was involved in it. Okay? This is the key to say that you were invited to organize this event, and then I want you to use because of, okay, to explain why you were invited to participate in organizing the event. This experience has broadened my understanding of the potentials. Okay, good. Okay, so that means make you understand how useful this sport is. Okay, 拓闊你啦，令到你更加了解呢個新運動嘅潛力啦。And then improved my organization skills. This one, please highlight it. Okay, this can be applied in different topics. Okay, of this kind. 改善你嘅組織能力呢個好好嘅。Okay, and then here, this one, please include in your passage. So this morning, I would like to share with you what I learned about this activity and its significance to me. Okay, so here, I would like to, okay, so this here, I would like to share with you that this sentence tells the audience the aim, the main objective of the passage. So this must be included in the passage. Okay. Oh, and then here, 1 year ago, the Video Gaming Club proposed to hold a video gaming competition and therefore need support from its members, whose esports experience was helpful for organizing the contest. Now, here, the club, okay, needs support from its members. Okay, here, underline this. You can include this phrase in your passage. Need the support from its members. And then they have experience, okay, for organizing the contest. And then you explain why you were invited. You are an avid fan of video games. Avid fan, that means you love video games. You love video games very much. Avid fan of video games. Okay. So you participated in several e-sport competitions. Okay, this is another reason why you were invited. Next, here. Now here, further explain what you learned from this experience. Okay, so here. I highlight the key points. First of all, to convince other people to understand the potentials of esports. Okay, you have to do a presentation. So you compiled a PowerPoint presentation to show the increasing trend, to show the increasing popularity of esports. It can be a profession, okay? And then it has made contributions to the economy. Okay. 改善經濟啦 and then offered many job opportunities, 提供就業機會 okay? And then by showing the positive side, okay, 正面嘅 many parents and teachers came around to the idea of giving support to the club, okay? 佢哋贊同啦 okay 去 support 呢個學會 and so 嗱呢個係一個小總結。You must include this mini conclusion. Prior to that, I had never had any confidence in my ability to persuade parents and teachers to support a cause that I deemed worthwhile. 即係話佢話意思就話之前你都冇信心去說服人去贊同你嘅意見，即使你認為呢個意見係可行嘅。Okay? So for me, this experience has strengthened my persuasive skills. Highlight this. You have learned something from it, okay? You should clearly state what you have learned from this experience. 好，繼續啊，講埋呢篇嘢。Okay, after I finish this passage, then I can end my lesson. So the lesson may be overrun a little bit. Okay, sorry for this. After winning support from parents and teachers, we decided to invite other schools to join. Okay, and then here, okay, you need to seek sponsorship from e-sport companies. Okay, 找尋贊助啦 seek sponsorship from companies. Okay, so when you organize a competition, you need support from other companies. So that's why I think seeking sponsorship can be included in your passage. And being eager to facilitate the development of e-sport. Okay, so this company, Razer, give us tremendous support. Okay, so specifically mention what kind of support they give you. Okay, equipment. Okay, so what you have learned, interpersonal skills, you can approach different parties. 你能夠接觸到唔同嘅合作方啦 ，OK？ 跟住呢度，嗱咁咧我就不如就講埋最後嗰段啦。The learning point of this experience for me is that the only hurdle， 一個最大嘅難關 ，to hold someone back from fulfilling their dreams is fear. 唯一能夠阻止你哋實現夢想嘅係恐懼。Okay, so you should not fear anything. If you want to do something out of the ordinary, you would want to do some special things. You should be determined. Okay, have determination to realize your own ideas, your own ambitions. 你要有決心去實踐你嘅夢想。Okay, so. Here, you can copy this. If we do not give up but try to consider reasons and evidence to make arguments to convince other people with our passion for the e-sport. 如果我哋能夠用理據去做一啲論點去說服人，咁就會爭取到支持啦。We can win the support, enlist supports, okay? So this is a meaningful experience for you and me, okay? And then, importance of teamwork, okay, this one, what you have learned. And then, okay, now this one, now this is the model essay. I will put it into the WhatsApp group, and I will post the question, the writing question on the online platform. Also, I will print out the hard copy of the writing questions into my pigeonhole at school. And those who would like to do it on a hard copy can go to school to get a copy of the writing. 咁咧，我會將呢份嘢咧印翻起，即係我會將啲 hard copy 咧擺喺我個櫃度嘅10號嘅櫃，我個櫃係10號教員室出面。咁我而家喺學校，咁咧我就會印出嚟擺喺度咧。咁如果你想翻嚟攞去寫落去咧，咁可以翻嚟攞個 hard copy 嘅。好 ，any question？ 大家有冇問題？大家有冇問題？冇問題。OK， 咁我哋今日就完結啦。OK， 好，咁記住有2份功課啊。好，拜拜。拜拜。拜拜。